Welcome everyone back to North to Prem. In today's episode we have the Season 6 transfer special here at Lincoln City. If you're not familiar with the series, then definitely go back and watch the playlist. We obviously started in Nottingham League North as unemployed. We then took over Peterborough Sports, got them up to League 2, got the Lincoln job bottom of the Championship. We saved them from relegation. Then last season we were very, very close to getting in the playoffs. But if you haven't seen all of the sort of journey so far, then definitely go back and watch that. But we do have our Season 6 transfer special, and we've got a little bit of work to do. I definitely think so. I think we are pretty good across the pitch, but we do need a few new players in, I reckon. I think a new goalkeeper would be good, a really good centre-back would be good, and a really good striker, if possible, would be good. We haven't got budgets yet or anything like that, so we'll just progress and see what we get. So the board have given our budgets, and honestly, it's rotten. It is rotten. 425 grand a week in the wages, and just a transfer budget of 1.2 million. I mean, we've only got that in the balance, so maybe that's where they're getting it from, but we're due some money in. We are due some money in. We've got a lot of money coming in sponsors, and we also have our Championship money that comes in, the TV money, Solidarity, whatever it's called. So, yeah, I mean, we've got about, it's barely, we've got about 30k left, so realistically, we're going to have to move a couple on, aren't we? We are going to have to move a couple on, so thinking maybe Nico Paz, if we can get anything close to that, he'd be the one to move on, because his valuation is probably higher than his output. Other than that, I don't think we really can sell anyone. There's no one really in the squad you're looking and thinking, yeah, you could definitely sell them for big money. Yeah, I mean, that's probably it. He's probably the only one, so if we can get an offer for him, great. Otherwise, yeah, we'll have to do what we can. Free transfers again. So we've got our little end of season wrap up bit. As you can see, we have gained a few social media followers. Not sure that's too important. In terms of next season, the board want us to work within the wage budget, basically play the way we are playing, and get a top half finish. That sounds perfectly realistic to me. And we'll do the Football Manager thing of go and telling the boys the exact same thing. I don't want automatics, don't want playoff. Top half, there we go. Brilliant. Yep. They love that. Nothing else. Boom. And that's how you do your yearly team talk. Just tell them exactly what the board told you and don't tell them anything else. That is literally all you have to do. So we've got our little end of season wrap up review, so we'll just get through this dead quick. Come on, let's have a look at the new revivals. I pressed it. Anthony Elanga won sign of the season, basically, player of the year, whatever it is. It doesn't even tell you sign of the season, it even tells you. Stupid cat running across the room. 1.6 mil, 16 appearances, 6 goals. Yeah, 10 goal contributions in 16 games. Incredible. Contreras, yeah, unreal. Andrew Moran, I would say, because he played actually a full season, whereas these were January signings. I would say he was actually the sign of the season. On a free as well. Really didn't look like that great of a player when we signed him. So to be our top scorer from midfield, yeah, incredible. Great season from us. We did really well to finish in top half. We were so close to playoffs. I keep burping. So close to playoffs. Ipswich and Forest, I think, are still yet to play it. I mean, we got off to a mixed start, and then it kind of just went a bit meh. I thought we were going to get in the relegation scrap at one point, but we did really well. We did really well. FA Cup, tough draw. We did well in the EFL Cup, though, going to the quarterfinal, so it'll be nice to get another cup run next year as well. Biggest win, 7-1 over Millwall in the Championship. That must have been... Was that after? I feel like that was open. No, that was actually the opening game. So that was actually with the 4-2-3-1, which is mad that we actually got off to such a good result. You think it was because of the sending off, but most of the goals actually came before that. There was only 2 after that, so I don't know. Match to remember, 2-1 win over Watford. I would actually say match to remember is probably the one we lost on at the end of the season. And Andrew Moran, one of his 16, got a goal of the season against Coventry. Reputation's gone up to 3 stars, which is good. Money's up, which is good. Not by a lot, but it's up across the board. That's our best team. I don't think it is. It definitely isn't. Alfie Devine on a 6.56. There's no way that's a Baldo. No. Nico Paz. No. This is because some of the players haven't been here long enough. That's all it is. Like, this is all players who've played a lot. But how do they work this out? Abaldo's got 2 appearances. Alfie Devine had 1 start. Where are they getting this from? I don't know. I think that's for the new club anyway, not for the club that we had. So I don't really know how they picked those stuff. But anyway, player of the year was Sorensen. I would agree with that. He was actually really good. He's always good, to be honest with you. Young player of the year. I mean, he's 24. I don't think that should count as being young anymore. I think like 21 should be like the cutoff. Like 22, 20, it's still young in the terms of life, but as a footballer, it's like, yeah, it's like the last third, well, like halfway through your career maybe. So not sure about that. Anthony Elanga, sign of the season. Yeah, we know a lot of these. Top goal scorer, Morin. Most assists, 12 from right back. Great. 7 player of the matches for him as well. Most passes completed per 90 minutes. So actually Joe Bell, who's been a part of a bit player. So the highest fee we've ever paid, 2.8 mil. That just says a lot about this club. Like it's not a huge club, is it? We are very much doing well with what we've got. So that's, yeah, good review. Let's go improve on it next year, I guess. That's the only thing I can think to say. So it wasn't Stoke that won the playoffs. It was actually Nottingham Forest, so the team that came third. So we probably wouldn't have won them anyway. Let's see how Peterborough Sport's gone. I imagine they just went straight down. Okay, Peter, not enough. Peterborough Sport, yeah, 24th. To be fair, only a few positions off the real Peterborough. I mean, they won 4 games all year. That's poor. Yeah, it's all gone wrong, hasn't it? They were definitely not a League One team. We obviously took them up to League Two, had them first by quite so much so that even when the new manager came in, the worst he could do was second. Yeah, I mean, it's basically all, to be fair, it's still all our players, Tipton, Anderson, Ridgewell, Wakelin, Shaparenko, Reindorf, Martin Longstaff, Wakefield, Blackett, Sonny Davies, Davis. Yeah, it's Shipley. It's basically all our players. Who's actually the manager now? Lewis Gravin. He's caretaker. Okay, I must have brought him in did I bring him in as an assistant? I can't remember. I don't know, but he's caretaker manager at the minute. I mean, to be fair, Staff what? He should be a director of he should be why is he not a head of youth development? That suits him. I guess mentally he's you know what? He's actually a good coach, and he's a coach as well. Should we bring him in? No, we don't need him. Our staff's full up. But he actually looks okay. The fact that he's done so poorly is probably just because Peterborough Sports were expected to finish bottom. I mean, we look at the season preview. Yeah. So, to be fair, not too bad. Hopefully they can kind of just stabilise themselves as a Football League club. That would be good, that we took them from a struggling North side to Football League regularly. That would be nice. So we've reached the 1st of July and we have done a little bit of business already. We obviously looking to bring some players in. So if we go to, bottom of last window. So Nikos Rigas, just a youngster. Basically, youngster from Arsenal left. We brought him in on a free. Ali Al-Hamadi was at Bolton, but they actually got relegated, and he had a relegation release clause of still, they made a profit at least, but he played 2 seasons for them in the Championship, scored just about double digits both times. So we got him on a pretty cheap deal, 475k. Physically, he looks mad. He's 6'3", decent jump and reach, very quick. Doesn't work the hardest, so probably more of an advanced forward than a pressing forward. But for someone to come in and be our sort of second choice striker behind Contreras, I think that's a really good deal. His valuation's massive. 20 grand a year deal, 3-year deal. Yeah, no brainer for me. He should be very good competition there. And the last one from the end of last season was, I'm not even going to try with that first name, but it's Maketsi. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He comes in from South Africa. He was playing for Sundowns in South Africa, made 10 appearances for them. He comes in, and again, on a cheap deal for a youngster. Only a League One player, but he's got Premier League potential. We'll probably try and loan him out. In terms of the exits, the only one that actually counted of last season was George Harmon, the left back. We brought him in for 800k. He wasn't very good. We've sold him at a loss to League One Barnsley. It is what it is. Sometimes you have to make a loss. The only other player we've brought in is Blake Davis. Again, just a youngster. He's come in from Crystal Palace on a free. Played last season on loan from January in League Two. Okay, he is a League Two player, but he's got some potential, so we brought him in on a free. We've loaned a couple of the youngsters out. A couple of players have left on permanent. Enzo Crivelli being one of them. He's got to Bordeaux. One of our youngsters went to Barnsley, and Seamus Liversedge. Nico Paz, we were talking about him, and I didn't think Argentina had this kind of money to spend, but they've spent 13 million on him. And for a player we brought in on a free, he only got 11 goal contributions, so it's about 1 goal contribution every 3 games. I mean, that's not amazing, just the 2 goals, so 13 million on him, yeah, no brainer. Shane Levy, another one, just a youngster, got an offer, yeah, whatever. And then Franco Gonzalez, we had this deal done for quite some time. He's gone to Alavas for 4.5 million. Again, came in on a free, was okay, and we've sold him at a big profit, so I'm happy with that. Financially, the club's looking really solid. Transfer budget, we've got about 10 mil to spend with 50k in wages. We're trying to bring a couple in, but there's not been loads. There's a lot available, but they just don't want to join us, or they want to join us for like 80, 90 grand a week, which, yeah, looking at our wage budget, it's more like 25, 30 grand is more what we should be aiming for. So quite some crazy numbers being asked of us, but yeah, I don't know. In terms of season preview wise, we are up in 9th, so not looking too bad at all. I would expect Everton got relegated. Wow, I didn't know Everton were down here. Wow. Did they sack them? Oh, they've sacked their manager. They didn't even sack him after they got relegated. That would be a great one, Everton. Everton, what a job that would be, but I don't think it's available. No. So when I got a Dulwich Hamlet. Which I don't. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know they got relegated, so they should be straight back up. But I guess it's not too crazy that Everton would get relegated. Anyway, yeah, nothing too crazy. We'll see what's available, but so far it doesn't look like we'll be making any massive changes to the squad going into the season. But you never know with these transfer windows. You never really can tell. Right, so we've reached the first game of the season, which would be actually against Stoke. So we ended with that Stoke game, and now we've got to start the next season with the Stoke game, and then we'll do Cardiff away as well. We'll do the Carabao Cup off camera. But here's what we've done. Here's what we've done in the transfer special. So we've brought in a number of young players. The first one is Luis Fernando Zambrano. He's just going to go straight into the under-21s, but just a youngster, 850k from Colombia. Decent League One player at the minute, but Premier League potential. That's what we like to see. The next one is our new starter. It is Jiri Hadashok. Hadashok, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. He's a Czech, 18-year-old centre-back, capped for Czech Republic as well. He joins us from the Czech League for £3.5 million. He's a championship player with Premier League potential. He looks amazing. 14.5 grand a week on a 4-year deal. 6'5", just a big centre-half. Love to see it. The next boy is Luke Thomas. He's 27-year-old, so not a boy so much as a man. He is going to be our new left-back on 28 grand a week. He joins us from Wolves, where he played quite a bit in the Championship, but then never really made appearances in the Premier League, which, yeah, he's a Championship player. You would expect that. 1.4 million for him, so again, pretty cheap. And then the last one is Spike Britt. He is joined us on a season-long loan from Manchester City. He's been in and around City for a while. He was bought off Wimbledon for 450k. Made a couple appearances in the Premier League for them, but really not much. He's a Championship player with maybe potential to get a little bit better, but he looks really good. He's joined us on a season-long loan. We are trying to buy him because his valuation's not too high with him out of contract at the end of the year. So if we can get him on a permanent during the loan spell, then that would be good. Otherwise, we'll just have him on loan for the season. A number of players have left, a lot of just kind of youngsters, players who aren't too good. Colin Jarvis, again, one of the youngsters. He just came through the academy, had a couple loans, did okay in League Two, 14 goals last year. Derby came in with a bid of 1.2 million. We don't turn down offers for youngsters like that. Ross Chalmers obviously came in on a free, played once, scored, went out on loan to League One, scored 2 in 32. Not very good. Levante came in with an offer 1.6 mil. Yeah, he's never going to be good enough, so we'll happily take that. We took a risk on getting him on a free, and we've sold him for a profit, so not too bad. Blake Davis went out on loan. Danny O'Connor, just another youngster, was sold. Same with McAllister. And then Vardiol. Vardiol's gone back to Croatia. We obviously took him from Croatia. He was fine. He was fine in the middle, but we don't play with an attacking midfielder anymore. He's probably not really good enough to play on the left or up front. I'm sure he's got loads of potential, but we're just not going to play him. And he's not really improving as much as we'd like. So to make a profit on him, yeah, not going to complain at all with that. All of that means that basically we have a little bit of money left, which we are trying to use some of that to bring Spike Brits in. And that's a great name, Spike Brits. There's still money to be spent, so we might end up bringing, a couple more in, but overall, I think the squad looks really strong. Charlie Setford is now just kind of a backup goalkeeper with us bringing Setford in. Spike Brits in, so he is on his way out of the club. Ali Al-Hamadi is injured, so he's going to miss the start of the season, which gives Fabian Branch a chance to continue his little partnership that he developed with Contreras last year. Unfortunately, he's going down, which is not what we want to see. He was flying up. We want to see him flying up. So this is the side that we're going to go with for the opening fixture against Stoke. So Brits comes in, a back four of Sorensen, Omabamidele, Hadashot comes in for his debut, Thomas comes in for his debut, and then the rest of the side is as it was last season. So we haven't really made any attacking changes, and the ones that we have done are injured, so we can't really bring them in. Maketsi might make his debut, the youngster from South Africa, so he's also going to be on the bench. And I think that's it. Larius is going to be our backup left back and right back. Will Fish is going to be our backup centre back. Munoz and Bell going to be our backup midfielders. Hutchinson and Lopez, our backup wingers, and then Maketsi and Al Hamadi, our backup strikers. Probably Hamadi will be our starting striker and Branch will be backup. But that's it. That's the squad. Like I say, we haven't done a ton of business in terms of money spent. 5.75, which is probably more than gets spent at this. I guess we spent 16 mil last year. What did we spend all our money on? What did we spend it all on? Was this before? This must have been before me. It can't have been. What did we buy? Did we just buy a lot of... See, that doesn't add up to 16 mil in my head, what I'm seeing here, but it must do. It just doesn't... See, it's like a lot of small fees. It's a lot of small fees. It just doesn't sound right to me, but it must be. It must be. I just don't know where we've spent it. 25 million made. I mean, that's not too bad. So we've spent a little bit, but yeah, we brought... I mean, where's all this money gone? 26 million in. I just feel like, where is it? Is it just in the club? Because we just do not get... Yeah, I don't know. We just feels like we don't get money. Like, where have we... I just don't know. It just doesn't seem... That doesn't look like 16 million to me. Where is 16 million there? 800k, like 3... Like, that's like 3 million, 5 million, 8 million, 8.5. Okay, yeah, no, it does start to... It does start to add up. Fair enough. Yeah, no, it's probably 8. Yep, that's fine. Okay, well, that's just the way it is, I guess. So, like I say, we'll bring Brits in on a permanent if we can. Other than that, though, we look really strong. Probably brought in the goalkeeper and the centre-back that I wanted, and the striker, to be fair. So I guess we have done what we set out to do. We've just kind of done it on the cheap, which is, fine with me. I don't need to go out and spend lots of money. So that's it. It's quite a straightforward transfer special. Usually there's a bit more to it, but we weren't really doing anything too exciting in between, and no job offers or anything like that. So nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of North to Prem, and I'll see you all for the start of Season 6 very soon.